say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That feels great to say. Welcome back to round 7 of the Mario's Hard Espresso series, brought to you by the VRA as well as Mario's Hard Espresso. I am your one half commentating crew, Mr. XWMD, always joined by my man, Mr. Keith Jones 430. How are you doing, brother?
Dude, it's sunset, bro. It's sunset. I'm so pumped right now. Like, some of my favorite finishes, some of my favorite passes, some of my favorite laps happened at this track with this group of people and these partners, these friends that have become family in Mario's Hard Espresso. You know what I mean, my guy?
Absolutely. Great. We've had a great season so far, brought always to us by Mario's Hard Espresso. Great sponsor for this series. And you've had some good racing as well. I will say, though, last time we came here was not the greatest, I'll put it that way, for some of our championship
Mistakes were made.
leaders.
Mistakes were made.
A lot of mistakes.
Lessons were learned.
Are any of you guys the party leader? Can you start the lobby?
Yeah, it's me. 1 second.
There we go.
There we go. Apparently, Forza has been doing a lot of great stuff for us. And tonight it's kicking our leaders. And so we've been cycling through leaders, and apparently I am the new lobby leader. So, got a little delay there. Anyways, where were we? Wendy.
Talking about how not great last race was at Sunset. I mean, we did have a really good long green flag run, but just the ending was not as, I'd say, cautionless as it should have been. I mean, it was bad. We saw
two teammates emerge, in my opinion, in NASCAR Baby and Gavinator, who really took it. And I feel like we're on a winning strategy, minus a little bit of math that was wrong. I feel like they had such a good teamwork, a teammate situation with each other. But Mikey, Skins, and I'm forgetting who the third one was, wound up outmathing them and definitely had the win in the bag until we had the most unfortunate situation for last event. I don't know if you want to talk about that or potentially bring up a video of it.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I mean, for those who don't know, the last time we came here was very fun. I like saying it that way. I'm going to pull up a video
I'll go ahead and jump in. We had over 60 laps of green flag racing when some people in the background that were towards, the back of the pack, were making some jokes about needing a caution. And one of our members wound up obliging those other back markers. And I think we have the video up. We'll go ahead and take a look at this.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull the video up now. One Outlaw John. This is very gruesome to watch, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to cover your eyes. Oh my gosh!
Outlaw Johnny hit Vanilla Cummins so hard that he has been out since this race. We have had 4 rounds, and Vanilla has not been present because Outlaw Johnny actually broke Vanilla's neck. He's been able to recover, and he's back with us, but this is what transpired on lap 63 of 90.
I'd hope he's okay after that. 4 weeks is a pretty quick recovery for getting shunted in the back.
100%.
Well, with that, I think our drivers are getting ready to start their qualifying runs.
I do believe that to be correct, with our championship points leader, that one Mikey MM. You can see him in the Ally Chevrolet, one of his staple liveries here. And dude, Mikey has been making just incredible moves this season, showing such consistency, showing that he is a championship contender, and currently the championship contender.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting the win at Eagle Rock was the start to this championship run for Mikey. Now it's how long can I maintain this lead? You know, he did not have a great run at Sunset, obviously being involved in one of the latter lap wrecks towards the end of the last Sunset Peninsula, so he already has bad luck here, but he's really going to need to push himself to the limits this time.
As he goes into his flying laps, so the last 2 laps that you've seen Mikey going around the track are what we like to call setup laps. They're laps that you're taking to be able to build up speed, to be able to start your qualifying lap as fast as humanly possible. And lap 3 is our pace lap. So you are now seeing Mikey running what he believes is the fastest line around this track in that number 48 Ally Chevrolet. And I'm interested to see where he comes out.
We're going to find out here in a second. He's coming down the... I don't even know what to go backstretch.
42.798. Holy cow. That's screaming.
That's very screaming, especially for Chevy.
As Jump in the Fire comes out in his newest livery here with this is his Armorall number 53 Camry.
He's got a new paint scheme every week at this point, and they're all looking very decent, might I add. And we are going to watch him come out of turn 3 now, going into 4. I don't know what to call this part. It's either the back stretch or the front. We'll call it the front stretch, just because it's where the start-finish line is. Here he comes. 42.704.
This is about to be an insane race. 42.704. Holy cow.
Speaking of insane.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna jump on board with the 9, the Noku number 9 of NASCAR baby. The delivery driver has been on a absolute tear through all of these. I don't know. I don't want to call drivers packages, but I mean, he's been tearing them up.
One thing that this man can do is he can drive. One thing that he has done is he has delivered. I need him today to get the math right. I need him to think about what he needs for the last cent so that he doesn't rob himself of the win with a 43.068. That's a pretty average time around this track for Camaro specifically.
That is true, but also we saw Mikey run a 42.7 as we're going to jump on board with the 0, a different 0 this time for Mr. Ukane's 420.
Yeah, man, I'm so pumped that he moved away from the Menards setup because we can actually read the 0 on the side of his car now. I felt like we had to explain it whenever we were looking at it before, but yes, this is it Crown Royal? I didn't catch what that sponsor was.
I don't see that either. That you might have better eyes than I do.
Very fair. As he comes out of turn 4, headed down to the start finish in that Chevrolet 42.982. I'm pretty confident that puts him right behind Jump in the Fire.
That'll put him behind Jump and pretty far out ahead of NASCAR baby.
As Sup With It Andy, our other delivery driver, comes across the line in his Mario's Skull Bandit number 33 Toyota Camry. I mean, I say it every week, and I'll continue to say it every week until he changes this livery. This is one of my favorite liveries of this series. I mean, the combination of the green and the orange, he's nailed it. I'm saying it again and again and again. I don't care how many times I repeat myself. It's awesome.
This livery is amazing. It's coming out of turn 4 now pretty quickly for that Camry. We're going to see where he ends up coming down the front stretch now. Where is he going to put a time in at 42.84? So just ahead of the two Chevys.
Not too shabby. That is a fast time. If you're ever in pub lobbies, you're going to see those times are going to be absolutely at the top of the board. As we see Gavinator here, I'm seeing a 43.774 setup lap. That's the fastest setup lap that I've currently been presented.
Gav has been making a name for himself as far as Mario's is going. Has had a couple of wins already in past seasons and now, but hopefully the strategy can work out for him today.
100%. I'm really curious if he's going to try and link up with NASCAR Baby again, because they had such a good run as he crossed the line with a 43.021. That's going to put him right there with NASCAR. Wait, was this planned? Are they trying to start together? I mean, I'm all for it. I am all...
It worked last time. I don't see why it wouldn't now.
As our first Ford driver, that of Skins, our local tree hugger, comes across the line with a 43.643. I mean, that is a fast setup lap. I don't know if he built up enough speed. He may have ran too fast of a setup lap. Let's see.
We're going to see on the front straightaway, more along the back straightaway at least, that top speed is the key factor here. These Mustangs are going to be a little bit better than the Chevy, but I wouldn't say too much. There's a lot of cornering here, which the Fords do not like.
Indeed, as he crosses with a 42.913. Okay. So that's behind Andy, but in front of Gav at what we like to call Rick Nensela.
Oh.
If anybody doesn't know, if you haven't been a fan of the series, this man right here absolutely dominated this track for the longest time and was only somewhat dethroned the last race just because of how some cautions played out. Sunset Peninsula is Rick's track, but I have been hearing some rumors that he's been having some engine issues, which we're hoping he doesn't have to deal with tonight in that Sports Clip number 11 Toyota Camry, powered by our one and only Blaze Reaper.
We're going to see him come down the front straightaway now. Where is he going to end up? 42.802. That'll put him out in front of Andy.
100%.
That should put him out in front of the other Camaros as well.
As Exotic Forza crosses the line in that Slurpee Chevy Camaro number 18.
I will say, Keith, you love your Andy scheme. I think this might be my new favorite as well. This has been a big improvement from Exotic.
Take a look at that time. That is the fastest setup lap that I have seen thus far. I'm really curious to see what Exotic Forza is about to be able to pull out of this, because that's quick for a setup lap.
Well, it's not 7-Eleven, but it might as well be, because he is rushing to get a Slurpee win today.
Holy cow!
Man! The Chevys are quick today.
Absolutely. I don't know what tune these guys are running. I'll have to see if I can find out, because wow. Second fastest setup lap that I've seen.
The Camrys.
Yeah. There's a new tune out, I think, that we might not be privy to, because good night, these Camaros are cooking.
On board with the 37 of PB Actual, once again has changed his sponsor for about the 9th time that I still cannot see properly. As he's going to come off of turn 4, going down to the front straightaway.
He's sponsored by his followers that are so active in the chat with that 42.887. That's a fantastic time.
I think the highest time we've seen so far is a 43.0, maybe a 43.1 at the most, but I mean it's going to be close racing today.
As our next Ford comes in that Xbox number 2 with shoplifting. Local Mario's Hard lover. He has a tendency to take the tires longer than anybody else does, and because he likes to really go through that tire life, he winds up using the Mario Hards almost more than I think anybody in the VRA. I would say that he might have a tire problem. If you know anybody that has like Tireholics Anonymous, we need to get this man in touch.
Oh man, yeah, 100%.
42819, not too bad.
It's like down to the wire. It is going to be intense driving today.
As we jump on with local Dale Earnhardt fan, Orion, in his version of what the Kevin Harvick number 3 would have looked like had it stayed number 3. This is kind of the combo of, did he or didn't he hit the wall,
I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. The Goodwrench number 3 definitely will be putting on a show today. He's going to round turn 3, come out of turn 4. We're going to see where he ends up. The Chevys have been getting quicker. Where is this Chevy?
Dale Earnhardt did say Sunset was his favorite track.
That
42798.
798.
Dang, Orion.
I don't know what it is. What
I
happened
think it's
to
number
the
3.
Camrys being the quickest thing here?
I think Too Fast Tuck happened, to be completely honest. The amount of time that man has spent as Hawk crosses the line in his number 24 Mario's Hard Espresso Chevrolet Camaro.
That DuPont throwback from Jeff Gordon, sorry.
Hawk rejoining us for the first time in a couple of weeks. He hasn't been able to join us because of scheduling conflicts, but he's back with us tonight, and I'll tell you, I'm pumped to see that 24 as he comes out of turn 4, getting ready to cross the line with 43066.
430.
He's either trying to team up with Gav and NASCAR, or he might not be aware of the new tunes for this track. As we see,
I'm sorry to cut you off,
Go ahead.
Keith. We're getting some breaking news. We just got word from Rick's crew chief that that the engine blew up during qualifying. They're going to try to get another one put in. They said it would only take them 10-ish minutes if they were able to get one in, abiding FastCar rules, but
well, we'll talk more about that in a second. Right now, it's all about the last Ford here, or the second to last Ford here in Crooked Con, in that number 13 Purple Beast.
Yeah, last Sunset's winner. We're gonna see where the champ ends up.
42827, middle of the pack. Not too bad.
And here we go.
The man himself.
This guy.
The assassin.
No words need to be said.
The hired gun. I will say, his new number 77 Mario's Hard Espresso livery. I've got to say, he really nailed it with this one. The combo of the white, the orange, and the black really ties it all together, in my opinion.
I will agree with you there. His scheming has been improving as far as what his paint job people have come up with in shop. So we're gonna have to see how well that paint scheme can hold up, knowing that this track almost got him fired.
As he comes across with a 43096.
96.
To be completely honest, that is pretty close to the back of the pack. Apologies, but we'll go ahead and jump on with the person that he assassinated in Vanilla Cummings.
Vanilla finally back after what was
severe neck injuries.
God awful amount of whiplash, but he's finally back.
Vanilla let me know that the thing that kept his spirits up was watching the Mario's Hard Espresso series while he had an IV of Mario's Hard Espresso going straight into his neck for healing purposes specifically. Vanilla is a absolute fan of Mario's Hard Espresso, as you can see from his creamsicle Mario Hard Espresso design that he's running in that number 88 Chevrolet Camaro as he crosses the line with a 43, 151, not quite recovering from his injuries.
That is back of the pack.
That is
That is the back.
most people talk about breakneck speeds. That is a broke neck speed. as he goes into the wall.
We gotta stop dogging him for this bet. Oh my gosh.
We're glad that he's back. We're glad that he's okay. And that will conclude qualifying as everybody gets ready to reset. We're going to go ahead and take a quick second to talk about our lovely partners in Mario's Hard Espresso. You can go to drinkmarios.com and use code VRA10 to be able to get 10% off your next purchase at drinkmarios.com. If you buy 10 bottles, you'll get the 11th one free. That's what that means. You know what I mean, Wendy?
Yeah, I mean, whether you have a broken neck or not, I mean, this is some great stuff to buy. I mean, drinkmarios.com, VRA10. I mean, it's a great discount for everybody here. It helps support us, helps support Mario's, more importantly, but I mean, we heard it from Vanilla. I mean,
I've got to say, more than that, the man that you're looking at right now is Mario himself. Mario was a dad. Mario was a grandfather. Mario was family to the two gentlemen that started Mario's. Mario's is all about family and the friends that become family. Just like us here at the VRA, we've become one big family, and we're so glad that we're able to bring our families together with Mario's and VRA.
well, with that, I mean, you know, we were talking about all these drivers. I mean, why don't we talk about some while we're waiting for these guys? Hopefully, Rick can get the engine back in his number 11 car by the time we get done with the points.
With the points, indeed.
And there they are. There's our beautiful points. Well, let's
Mikey.
go ahead and go through. So we're gonna roll through the top 10 real quick. We're gonna Mikey in first, jump back 13 on pole tonight, so it's already gonna be a good start for him. NASCAR baby back 23, Kane's 31, Andy 1 point behind him, Gav rounding out the top 6, Skins back 63, Rick is in 8th. K-Force in 9th, unfortunately not here tonight. So that will leave room for Exotic Forza and PB Actual to, you know, make a running for that Rookie of the Year spot. Grizz back 12th, Pancake 15th. Shop 14th, Orion rounding out the rookie season. 15th, Juggernauts back 16th, Hawk trying to make back some points in 17th. Slow, not here tonight. Khan trying to make back some more points after getting a win at Sunset, and then Blaze rounding out the top 20. So it's been pretty close. It was a lot closer than last season, I'll say that.
100%, man. I mean, Mikey and Jump have been going at it, and I feel like NASCAR baby, he's just been kind of creeping up, trying to stay under the radar, but within striking distance of the championship, ready to snatch it from Mikey as soon as he has the opportunity.
But one thing to keep in mind as well, Johnny is in this race. This could end up really, really bad. It could be really, really bad, Keith. I mean, we could have multiple repeats of what happened last. We could get another Crooked Con win, for all we know. I mean, Crooked is definitely one of the top guns today, as well as the team of NASCAR Baby and Gavinator as well. But, I mean, Khan is going to have to push his way through the field a lot more than NASCAR Baby and Gav, because Khan really does not have any, you know, teamwork with anybody right now.
100%. I mean, we're taking a look at the grid getting ordered right here, and we can see that Jump is starting up front. Actually, I don't believe that's correct. I don't think we've gotten first place up there yet. I believe NASCAR Baby qualified first for us. We'll come back to it.
Let's see that.
We do see that Mikey is quite a ways up there. Jump is quite a ways up there. NASCAR Baby will be moved up very soon. This is going to be a battle that is going to really set the tone for the championship. If these top three can't stay to the lead, and one of them does, there's going to be a gap that's created.
100%. I mean, this track is all about draft. I mean, you're not going to be able to catch anybody if you don't have the draft here. That's going to be a big problem for. It could be a potential problem for some of these Mustangs. For some of these slower Camrys, it could be a big deal. The Chevys are going to be probably the most packed together we've seen this whole season, other than a few Daytona races. But it's going to be pretty difficult for these Mustangs today. I will say that.
I couldn't agree more. You know, I feel like there's been such a gap that has been introduced. The advantage that the Mustangs have is specifically in the straight line speed. The advantage that the Camaros have is specifically in the turning speed. The question is, are the drivers of these individual cars going to be able to capitalize on the advantage that their car specifically provides, or are they going to wind up fighting each other? Sunset, people don't want to talk about it, is a teamwork track. Anybody who teams up as the best that they can winds up getting the largest advantage that exists. If you can't team up, you are not going to win this race, especially in a league. So, in my opinion, the Fords need to team up with the Fords so that they can really capitalize on that straight line speed and be able to baby themselves through the corners. The Chevys need to team up with the Chevys to be able to really carry themselves through the corners to be able to have the most straight line speed coming out of them. But that's just my opinion. I'm really curious to see what's going to wind up happening in this race as we get ready to go live. Green, green, green as we jump on with our top four in the championship. As you can see, we've got indicators now of where each contender is in the championship. You can see Mikey on the top left. While he may be in third place in the race, he is first in the championship. Jump is second in the championship. NASCAR is third. Anytime you see these little indicators here, that is referring where they are in the championship. We see Rick going high. Is he going for that switchback to go through turn 4?
Find out.
Definitely made quite a move there, getting himself right up to the front, as we called it. Rick Nensela.
I mean, he's up in third, so if he's not having too much of a problem, he's already got his teammate back from when he won the last time jump. He is definitely in a good spot right now. But somebody else, Vanilla, back into 10th, starting dead last.
100%.
He's already trying to recover from that broken neck. The IV worked somehow, and now he's trying to make his way back up. He's got Andy in his sights, NASCAR as well.
Exotic Forza and Jump in the Fire and Rick all battling, going into turn 1. Oh, Rick running a little high. He kept it off the wall. Honestly, that's a win.
That is the key factor here. If you hit the wall here at all, you might as well just go to the back.
100%. In Forza, if you wind up hitting the wall, you have the initial impact that slows you down ever so slightly. You could still theoretically get back into the race, but the unfortunate reality is once you hit the wall, you're almost stuck to the wall. And if you stay on the wall for more than, half a second, you get what we call Forza glue or wall glue. And what happens is you have a very unnatural slowing that completely brings you almost to a stop. For everybody else considered, might as well be a first stop, as Orion almost runs into Gav there, who has made his way up to third there with hard tires.
Yeah, but he's also brought along a buddy of his.
You can see it right in the mirror.
Brought along. he has brought along NASCAR, baby. I mean, that was the plan from the start with these two. They definitely are working together now. They might tag Mikey in as well now that he is back up with them. It's the Chevy show. I mean, there's 4 Chevys in the top 10 right now. There's 5.
And they're running 2 wide, pulling away from the middle of the pack. This is really incredible. We can see Orion's rocking those medium tires, which really helped him right there, be able to hold that inside line on Exotic Forza, who's also running the mediums. That might be why these guys are making it 2 wide. However, Rick, having those mediums has really helped him out. Jump, having those mediums.
The game plan is... The game plan has got to be save. You want to save right now, as we're going to see Jump just clip Forza just a little bit, and that's what we're talking about. You cannot mess up on this drafting track. If you do at all, it is at least a spot gone for you. You just saw what Jump did.
100%. So, the lead 4 cars right before that accident were all on medium tires. You can see that they're gaining an advantage, but the thing that's really interesting is Mikey, Gavinator, and NASCAR Baby are all on hard tires, keeping themselves absolutely in this conversation, meaning that they're going to be able to run this time longer.
Oh, he's getting pinched. Getting super pinched. How do you make room out of that?
You know, you have to be one of the best drivers in the game, and you have to have thousands of hours under your belt. But you know what? If there is one person that I like to see in my rearview mirror, it's that orange Mario's Skull Bandit number 33 of Supwooded Andy, because that man knows how to work together, and being on the same machine in that Toyota Camry, these two might be about to put in some work.
We're gonna have to see. As I literally just brought him up. Vanilla has already gained 10 spots. He's already up where I was gonna put him at the beginning of this race.
You know what I'm not seeing up at the front right now? That Ford manufacturer, who I believe is rounding out the entire field here with Skins, Shoplifting, Outlaw Johnny.
Is Johnny on the Ford now?
Constant, yeah. Johnny, after his incident, there was no repairing that Camaro, and unfortunately Chevrolet told him, listen, we can't deal with assassins, and so he had to find somebody that would. And Ford, how they partner with Monster Energy most of the time, absolutely welcomed that bad boy attitude that Outlaw Johnny brings.
I mean, that's understandable, but I mean, right now you've got 3 Fords, or sorry, I should put it this. All the Fords are outside. As I say that, Con just went back up in 10th. 4 of our Fords are now in the back of the pack. No top 10 in sight for any of them.
This is going to be, well, we see that Crooked Con is on hards. We see that Shoplifting is on mediums. Skins is on hards. So that's got to have something to do with it. It seems like they might be playing the long game, still trying to really utilize that straight line speed, but they've given up a lot in these corners, and that's, in my opinion, why they're falling back as they are.
You see Skins lifting and going into 1. That's not really something we see a whole lot. I mean, you see that he was hitting about 193 coming out of turn 2. I want to, if we can get on board with one of these Chevys, I want to see how much of a difference that's really going to make.
We're going to jump on. Exotic Forza seems to have clean air out there, so we're going to take a quick second to look at him as he goes in, not lifting 200, and he's holding it tight.
196, almost. You could hit 97 coming out of the corner.
100%. He has found such a great partner there in that number 3 of Orion. They are locked in. They have gained a second.
What I heard, they are teammates in the garage and also teammates outside of the garage. Both brothers. But so far, this pack of brothers right now is pushing away from. They've pulled almost a second and a half on what would be NASCAR Vanilla and Gav. And it's a top 5 Chevy. It's all Chevys.
I hate to say it like this, but I think that Gav and NASCAR have some sauce that Vanilla Cummins just doesn't right now. And I really believe that Vanilla needs to lock in with them and help push. I feel like there's some battling that is really, really hindering them at the moment. As we see Rick take the lead of that second pack. Him being on the medium tires with those Chevys following him on the hards, as we see, 199. I mean, there's something to be said about these Chevys in draft. It's insane.
There is some power conversion type deal that these tunes are getting messed with. And
209.
Somehow it's working.
209.
I mean,
hard tires.
Man.
Absolutely.
On hard
flying.
tires as well.
Absolutely
and they're hitting
flying.
203 out of turn 4, which most notoriously for such a long time you could not take over 200 miles an hour. But with these great tuners on this game, it's incredible how much speed we've gained throughout these corners. I think they're working together now. They're all trying to get in single file with each other. They really need to start doing what we've coined here, the flying V. But it's going to be a little bit more tricky than Daytona was to do this flying V formation. It sounds like I'm talking about fighter pilots, but that's how it is. Rick is going wide off of turn 2, but manages to keep it off the wall. See him try and start that flying V. That's what they need to do.
100%, man. You've got to be careful with the flying V. Oh, I have heard that Rick and Vanilla are both talking about pitting. I think they might be trying to team up here and get similar on their pit strategies. We can see there that Rick, he's just losing it going into 1 and coming out of 4. You can see that his right front tire is at minor tire wear. As we jump on with that 88 of Vanilla Cummins, you can see that both his right tires are into minor tire wear. So he's got to find somebody that's running his pace, running his tire wear to be able to link up with, and I think he may have found that in Rick.
Yeah, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge for them, as we're going to see a bit of a strategy here. Exotic and Orion in, Jump, Vanilla, Rick in as well.
So of the top 4, we have only Jump into Fire that chose to pit on that. In the top 8, Andy has not chosen to pit. Gab has not chosen to pit. Rick has chosen to pit. Moving further down in the championship standings, that of Exotic Forza did pit, and Orion and Exotic Forza are really teaming up in a really great way.
It's the brother strategy. I mean, they've been synced since birth. They know what to do.
Honestly, though, I mean, they are 10th and 15th in the championship, operating as if they're competing for the championship. And if they would have locked in like this earlier on in the season, they probably would have been up there with NASCAR, Mikey, and Jump, in my opinion.
Well, I will say they have shown they've shown a lot of improvement on these longer tracks with Daytona and now Sunset. But they were struggling quite a bit at, Eagle Rock and Miami as well. But I mean, they have really shown that they have been able to, make a large improvement. I mean, Exotic Forza will be most likely Rookie of the Year top runner after this, after K-Force not showing up tonight. So, and then PB Actual is up in 5th, running a hard tire strategy right now. So we're gonna have to see how long PB can hold off for.
As Shoplifting dives in for some fresh Mario's Hards.
Not going to take any of the Fords with him either.
Apologies on that. Vanilla and Rick teaming up there. Currently at the back, they're trying to reel Jumping in to be able to get a third, and I think they might have the opportunity to be able to fly, to be able to start to catch up. But are they going to be able? NASCAR baby, Mikey and Gavinator, my guy.
It's the top 6. I mean, Gav's rounding out that 6th spot in the championship right now, but he's still very much within this.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that top 6 here. As we see, obviously, Andy's not. Andy's stream has went down. We'll get it back up probably around the time that he goes to pit. But we can see Mikey first in the championship and 3rd. Jump second in the championship, back in 14th at the moment. Has pit though. The front have not. NASCAR baby over there in 3rd, currently running 1st. That is great for his championship standings.
Kane's unfortunately the only one suffering right now, but they're currently just sitting in 10th. He's not doing bad. He's not doing, but he is still driving. He's still driving. That's all that matters.
The problem is he has no help, and he has front tire wear that we're not seeing from some of the others. I mean, it does look like NASCAR has just gotten into minor wear, which probably means that Mikey and Gav have as well. So we are coming to the end of this pit cycle. Go ahead.
Some of these drivers, I think the difference in the tire wear strategies might have something to do with the toe. If you're
Absolutely
familiar with that. For those who don't know what toe does for these cars, it will basically give you a little bit better of a steering angle, which some of these cars do have on them, but it will also increase your tire wear on especially those right fronts, those right rears. Those left fronts and left rears will suffer, but not as much as they would doing a right-handed over, per se.
And speaking of which, we're talking this tuning chat. Why don't we go ahead and bring Blaze Reaper in here? Blaze is one of the tuners. Can you hear us here in the booth, Blaze?
Yes, I can, sir.
Fantastic. We're taking a second to talk about tuning, and Wendy here was just bringing up the toe advantage that he believes that Gavinator and NASCAR Baby might have. We were interested to hear, being such a successful tuner here at Sunset Peninsula yourself, what are some of the tickets to being able to have a good tune here? What are these guys doing?
So some of the advantages to toe angle here that I have noticed, if you give the car just a slight toe in advantage, believe it or not, if you give the car just a slight toe in when you actually go to turn the car left, what it actually does is when you turn the car left, the outside tire, what it is actually doing, it is driving that outside tire more to the left of the car, therefore turning the car more to the left in the front, giving it more drive around the turn as you go around the corner.
So sorry, I've got to interrupt you, Blaze, because we just had our points leader, Mikey, dive into the pits, give up his teamwork there with NASCAR Baby and Gavinator, who are out there really screaming right now. this is a very interesting choice. The last time that this happened, where Mikey did a different pit strategy at Daytona, it wound up biting him because he didn't dive in with the two Mustangs of Skins and Outlaw Johnny. I'm really curious what this is going to wind up doing for him. Go ahead, Blaze.
Mikey's tires were completely worn out. I don't know if you were aware of that whenever they were coming into that.
As
Mikey's tires
the two
were
leaders
about
dive
to
into the
see
pits.
I don't know where NASCAR babies were at that point. I was paying attention to Mikey's on my side. I know he was down pretty low there, but getting back to our tuning talk there, I know coming from our toe angles, getting that front end to drive around, especially coming out of turn 4, if you don't get that front to drive to that left real hard, you'll get sucked to that wall. You'll get what we in the racing industry called getting the car to tighten up, where the car will start to drive straight. So getting that toe to toe in is the key to getting the car to loosen up.
Fantastic.
To get it to turn around.
Well, thanks for that insight, Blaze. We'll bring you back in, I'm sure, in the next couple of minutes to be able to talk more on some other tuning stuff. But for right now, we're going to jump back into the action.
Absolutely, sir. I'm here whenever you need.
Appreciate you, man. Great insight there. What I'm hearing from Blaze is you can really use toe as a tool for rotation and to keep yourself off the wall. Great insight.
And now moving up to what would be the leaders. I mean, let's talk about it. They've been up front since they pit, and now that the leaders are pit, they're back up where they belong. They're out 2 seconds ahead of Vanilla and Rick. Jump with them as well. NASCAR Baby and Gav would be 5 back of Exotic and Orion after the set of pit stops. So the medium strategy seems to be working for these two now that they have both gotten on normal pit cycle, but they are pretty much halfway to pitting once again.
Yeah, man. The medium tire strategy is one where you are going for all-out pace, and you're betting on the fact that you can move at least 40 seconds faster than the people on the hard tires, which, from what we're seeing, in my humble opinion, just isn't the case. I could be wrong, because there is such good teamwork right now that's happening between Exotic, Forza, and Orion, but if they're able to do this, it's going to be really impressive. That being said, I don't know if you realize this, we're on lap 29, and I haven't seen the yellow flag yet.
Well, you just cursed us.
Speaking of yellow flags, let's go ahead and jump back in the field to number 11th here.
I knew it was coming.
As he dives down, I mean, he almost took Con out there. These Fords, I mean, I don't want to be the one to say it, but they need a caution.
And working together, that's all they really can do. But also, you can see they are not on the right tune. They are only hitting 205 out of the corner, and not even hitting 200 out of it. So they are in a big predicament right now as far as speed. They are really gonna have to rely on, maybe Johnny might cause another caution. Maybe he might send Vanilla back to the hospital. We'll have to see.
Gonna jump up here with the leaders and just take a quick second to showcase the sheer gap that they've currently developed on that of Rick and Jump, who have linked up there in second and third with Vanilla Cummins, it looks like, in their tow. This group of 5 people right here are on similar tire strategies, so it behooves them all to work together. The question is, are they going to be able to do it with the questionable decision making that Vanilla Cummins is making on those pain meds from that neck injury.
It's a possibility, but the Toyotas are going to be helped out a lot by that Camaro's top speed at this track as oh. Well,
Jumpin just faked out
maybe
Rick
the pain meds
and
wore off.
Vanilla. I don't understand what just
maybe
happened.
The pain meds wore off.
We've got to bring Jump in and hear what he
Let's
is
bring him.
thinking.
Let's bring him in. Jump, this is winning the key from the booth. We wanted to get your thoughts and reasons behind why you just faked out Vanilla and Rick.
I was the one that got faked out. We were all supposed to pit that lap, and I pit, and they didn't come with me.
Well, hopefully they pit
Oh my.
the next time around. We'll go ahead and let you get back into the car.
I think so.
Well, I mean, some obvious not teamwork from the two Toyotas and Chevy. I mean, and you see Vanilla and Rick in the pit now as well as Forza and Orion. They might be able to.
Rick,
have
what happened?
Possibly another teamwork.
Vanilla.
What?
I told him I had jaundice, trying to get some code words, hoping someone would think they were a little bit yellow. And then he's like, now.
Copy that. Well, we saw the fake out, it felt like, from Jump, but glad to know it was, Vanilla on those pain meds, recovering from that neck injury.
Yeah.
We'll let you get back into the car.
Thanks, guys.
Well, I mean, it's obviously the pain med's fault. I mean, that was supposed to be the Toyota strategy, and the one Chevy ruined it. So.
Well, we can see Jump
It's
just
gonna be a rough
blasted
stretch.
past, just blasted past both that of Rick and Vanilla, and he's slowing down to let him catch up. It looks like to me. So it seems like they didn't lose too terribly much, but definitely a little bit of a snafu going into the pits there for these three here.
Now we have a new leader of the race, that being one Upwooded Andy in that 33 Skull Bandit car.
It always brings me such joy in the Mario's Hard Espresso series to see one of our Mario's Hard Espresso drivers take him to the lead. And this man, with his teamwork, with his driving, with his tire saving, he absolutely deserves to be up here. Speaking of which, last season's
100%.
champion.
Yeah. Last season's champion still putting on a show for us here at Sunset Peninsula. But one thing as well to keep in mind, I mean, I've said it plenty of times today, these Chevys are just, they've got some kind of speed tolerance that they are just going to be able to pass, Andy and the rest of these Toyotas as well when they get around back to them.
Don't catch me lying, but seeing the grip that these Chevys are having through the corners, I am willing to put money on the belief that they are currently running a tune that has very high, if not maximum downforce, at least on the front. And I think that is allowing them to plant these Mario's hards better than most people are able to plant the mediums, which is allowing them to be able to maintain these speeds. I feel like the key for them to have the speeds that they've been having is similar to Daytona, where you have to have a Mustang out front. I feel like these guys have to have somebody in front of them to be able to maintain these crazy race speeds that everybody else is maintaining, but as soon as they get behind them, they're able to hold it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. But these Chevys are kind of playing it pretty safely now. They're going to let Andy lead as much of this race before he eventually goes into pit. But you can see behind him, it is Chevy, Chevy, Chevy. And they are all so tightly packed together.
Interesting. So Gav and NASCAR are really able to hold through the corners right up there on Andy. But it appears to me that Mikey might be on a different tune from the other two, because it doesn't seem like he's able to hold the same sort of speed through the corners, but then when he gets on the straights, he keeps having to pedal it to be able to keep himself in the group.
Yeah, I mean, he is getting that good top speed, but top speed means nothing if you can't corner properly at this track.
100%. As our lead group of 4 enters turn 1. We'll go ahead and take a quick second to start going through our championship and where they are in the race. As we jump on with first in the championship, that of Mikey, who we were just riding with here in 4th, linked up with 3rd in the championship up there in that of NASCAR Baby. He seems to be trying to play that long game, play that smart game, keep that championship rolling. As we jump on to 2nd in the championship with Jump the Fire, who has officially linked up with that 88 of Vanilla Cummins and the 11 there of Rick. Oh, as Rick dives under him. Vanilla going a little high.
They are pushing the Chevy out of the way. They do not want him anywhere near, not to be screwed up their plans.
There's a little bit of battling happening back here in 14th. I don't really
He's
understand.
not sticking around. Jump trying desperately to get Vanilla off the back bumper and trying to get Rick back in tow with him. Vanilla is just able to hold so much speed.
And we're going to go ahead and continue on. Going 4th in the championship, Eucanes, who's been able to reel it back a little bit. He's about halfway through his current pit cycle, and he's made it back up into 8th. But again, he has no help. That being said, it does look like Outlaw Johnny, at least on the straights, is closing on him by about a 10th. Perhaps... Oh,
Might not
no.
be the help he wants.
Is Eucane's the only person that's showing the race ending in 12:45? Man, Forza has really
I just
tried.
saw that.
Yep. Seems like Eucane's might be
You
the
see
only
that on
person
anybody
that
else's
sees
screen?
it.
Did Canes get... What in the world would I just see?
I'm gonna go into the background for a second and see if I can figure out what might be happening.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take us through this. So we're gonna sit on board with one exotic Forza behind him, brother Orion in the number 3 car. They've been pedaling as much as they can. They're on a hard tire strategy now that they were able to get a little bit of space in between them and NASCAR Baby and his group. But they are still fully pedaling. It seems to me, I believe they are 31 seconds out of the leader, and the leaders are going to be pitting at any time, I think. Seems to be that way. You can see on Kane's screen there, it does show for him race ending in about 12 minutes. And that is just not going to be the case. We are still going to be racing after that 12 minutes. So either they're calling him in for a scheduled penalty, or he's got engine damage that needs to be replaced. I don't know what's going to go up with Kane's car, but we're going to have to see in a little bit. But up front with NASCAR Baby, they have finally moved Andy out of the way. I think it's Andy's time now to go into pit. He's going to have to link up with somebody. But now it's all the Chevys. They're going to move him out of the line, and they are going to go right past him.
And we brought Blaze in to tell us what's happening with Eucanes. We're seeing a countdown timer on his screen.
Well, he seems we're having technical difficulties. He did not get pulled into the booth with us.
Oh. Well, shoot. All right.
Did
We'll
not get
continue
pulled
on.
into the booth. So we're gonna sit here and contemplate what happened with Canes.
They've been having some discussions in the background. Blaze has been privy to all of that, so we'll wait until he can jump in here with us to be able to chat about it.
There.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
Here I am.
So on Eucane's feed, we're seeing a countdown timer. He's only got 9 minutes and 40 seconds till the race ends for him. What's going on?
What is going on? Well, Forza is built from the ground up, boys, and with Forza Motorsport, the thing that is going on, it is, they disband the studios. Turn 10 is no longer a functioning studio with no more updates being released.
So specifically, there's been some stuff that's been discussed in the background regarding the fact that this is happening. How are we navigating it? Is the race going to stop in 9 minutes and everybody's going to pick back up? Is if Eucanes leaves, does that mean that he's out for the race? What's about to happen?
This, to be honest with you, this is a new thing for me. I've never seen this specific issue pop up for anybody. So here in about 7 or 8 minutes, we're gonna find out together. He may stay in the race, and this race ends may just pop up as a 0, and he may stay in the race. It may boot him out, and he may just blow his engine and have to retire and go back to the trailer and call it a night. He may have to sit and finish and watch from the trailer side. And
So the reality,
call it a night.
the reality has not been discussed in the race comes with the marshals, is what I'm hearing from you. I thought that it might have been discussed about what's going to happen if he does wind up getting kicked. But what you're saying, what I'm hearing from you, is that has not been discussed. Is that correct?
Well, this is going to be, this is essentially going to result in an engine failure and a race ending situation, or it's going to be just a 0 timer up there and he's going to be able to finish.
Got
It's
it.
not
So
gonna be a
if
restart or anything like that.
if Eucanes disconnects, his race is over, is what I'm hearing from you. Is that correct?
Yes, if he disconnects, it's going to be a blown engine, blown transmission, something along those lines.
As
You
he
know,
goes
he's
into the
backing
wall.
it up and going home.
He might be packing it up by going into the wall, to be completely honest. Well, thank you so much, Blaze. We'll bring you back in here in just a little bit.
All right.
Well, I mean,
How-
that's going to be really harsh for Canes.
How unfortunate, man. I mean, to have... Oh, as he's coming up on some slow traffic here, that looks like the Vanilla Cummins, Rick, and Jump. Why are they going so slow? Did they just come out of the pits? They did.
They had just come out of the pits. Something else to keep in mind too. We just had Gavin and NASCAR take over the lead finally from Andy, but also Andy and Mikey are now in the pit, so they are on completely different strategies from these two. It's going to be the same thing we saw last time.
So Mikey and Andy have teamed up. NASCAR Baby and Gavinator
they're in.
have linked up. Very
They're on a
interesting.
1 lap difference on strategy.
Interesting. Are they trying to separate, or are they trying to keep the fast Camry of Sup With It Andy, keeping them going forward? Did Mikey take off on him? Oh man,
He might have.
maybe we have a
He
replay.
left Andy in the dust.
Andy potentially may have lost it there on the apron. We'll have to see if there's a replay of that.
Let's see.
That being said, Exotic Forza. Yeah. Oh, as PB Actual takes the lead for the first time tonight. PB Actual rocking that severe tire wear on the right front. Really trying to get those extra bragging rights for leading a couple of laps. Somebody that
We've
we
got
find...
the replay.
Oh, all right, fantastic.
We've got the Andy replay up. I think it might have just been a fuel problem with that 33 car. Might have overfueled a bit too much.
It was really clear that he and Mikey had teamed up, and Mikey just locked on him,
Mikey
leaving on that
just
apron. Look at, I mean, dude, there's something going on with these Camaros. I mean, borderline grip hacks. That's insane.
It might as well be.
Wow.
Yeah, he just... That's not even Andy's fault there, I'd say. That's just an overfueling from his pit crew.
100%. As we take a quick second to jump on with our leader, you can see that he has nobody around. He has gotten out here and left the entire field with his current pit strategy. I mean, great job, man. Leading a handful of laps. Way to go. As he finally dives into the pits.
Oh, there he goes. And here comes the dynamic duo. They have still built a gap. They built a gap through the last pit stop. They're now, it seems to me, I think last time I saw it,
PB, welcome to the booth, man. Back. Can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Dude, so you got up front, you led a couple laps, you took those tires down to the cords. What is your plan moving forward?
Something different, man.
No kidding.
Beginning of the race, we kind of lost that front pack, so now, now I'm losing it here. But at the beginning, we kind of lost that front pack, and they can decide to do something different. I'm hoping maybe I can take one more set of hards and maybe beat those guys at the pit again.
Interesting.
But it's a huge risk, right? So we'll see if it works.
Well, we're going to let you jump back into Racecom so that you can communicate with everybody, but thanks for giving us a quick minute.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, yeah, man, trying to do something different. I mean, there's nobody else that is running that much tire wear and being able to keep the lead. Really repping those Mario's hards.
He's on a roll right now. He's coming off. He's coming off some pretty good finishes so far for this season.
So, one thing I gotta say, this group right here, this duo of Exotic Forza and Orion was, in my opinion, the first group to 100% without question actually form. And you can see right now they've only got 4 laps left in this pit cycle, but they're going to have the opportunity.
They've still built a gap.
Yeah.
The last pit cycle, when they came out, or when they went into pit, I should say, they were 5 seconds up. Now they're 9. So something has gone on, and they've also switched to a hard tire for the latter half of this race.
Sorry, I had a bit of a connection issue. I'm just now getting back. What did I miss with these two? Looks like they're getting ready to pit, right?
They are getting ready to pit. They did switch up the strategy, we're being told. They went from the medium to the hard tire, knowing that they are going to be able to last a little bit longer now. They are going in right now.
Orion, can you hear us?
Yep.
Exotic, you guys teamed up super early on.
Yep.
Tell us what you're thinking here.
Well, really, I mean, I think we're going to try to switch it up. You know, we got the gap between them. We're going to throw mediums on, see if we can get a bigger gap between them.
You're throwing mediums on, so you have one more
Yep.
pit stop that you're going to wind up doing. So you guys have synced up. You synced up before the race, as soon as the race started. What's been this
Not when
plan?
it
It was
started.
about when we both got towards the front, really. Which I mean, that was kind of the beginning of the race.
Beginning of the race, yeah.
Yeah.
Great job teaming up, man. Really stoked to see what you guys do with it. We'll let y'all get back up there.
All right. See ya.
You heard it from them. I mean, they're getting out mediums.
And we got the info from Canes, and we're just seeing it on Andy's screen now. Canes is done.
He's just showing as a DNF. He's showing race ends.
And
the
it's
race
gonna
is
keep
about
him
to
like
end
that.
for everyone.
What is going on?
There are 2 minutes left. There's discussion that
And
they're going to
you saw
possibly
it on
call it.
everyone's screen. What is going on? This is really bad. This is really bad for so many drivers right now. I mean, this is gonna be really bad for Rick. This is bad for Skin. Well, not for Skin. Skins is fine right now. Exotic and Orion just came out of the pits. This is not good. Something is going on. And they are throwing the yellow. I would throw the yellow right now. Yeah, they just threw the yellow. All right. Well, they are slowing down. We're going to figure out what is going on with the game. This is no longer this is no longer a race. This is now a what is going on. Because Canes is fully gone, and the race is ending in, it seems to be 30 seconds. Might have
They're
to
in the
red
process
flag this
right now
situation.
of
We've got-
figuring out what they're going to do. There's multiple discussions right now about continuing the race, about ending the race. As you can see, everybody's coming to a stop.
They might
We're
just
gonna-
have to red flag this. Yeah, and it just... All right. So these
Okay.
are not the finishing results by any means. These should not be.
I'm going dark.
We are going to take a quick intermission to figure out what is going on. We will be back momentarily. Okay, we should be getting ready to go back green in just a few minutes. But while we are still here and while we are still aware of the current situation, I would like to take this time to once again shout out our great sponsor, Mario's Hard Espresso. If you go to drinkmarios.com, use code VRA10 at drinkmarios.com, you'll get 10% off your purchase with Drink Marios. We appreciate their support as always. And fun fact, or a hypothesis that we're coming up with, if you go to drinkmarios.com and use code VRA10, you will look like that man in that picture, Mario himself. You will look like him, as far as I am aware. That's just my hypothesis, but it could happen. But a very unfortunate turn of events we have come into on this wonderful game.
100%.
Keith, do we have any insight?
Yeah, so first of all, I want to take a second to apologize to everybody for that lapse in production there. This is the first time that we've experienced this sort of situation, and so there was a lot of deliberation that had to happen in the background. And what has been decided is that we are restarting the race based off of the positions where everybody was whenever Eucane's disconnected. So Eucane's is still in the race.
I mean, it's going to be really good for him. That's going to be amazing for him.
100%. It does look like NASCAR has disconnected, unfortunately. They're trying to figure that out right now. So we're having a couple of issues that are all stacking up right now. So let's take a second to talk about the championship and what this looks like. Because we might be down for a couple of minutes while we get this back, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's bring up the points. We've got that up now. I mean, there could be a lot of shakeups now. But yeah, let's talk about points. Well, we had a pretty before the mass disconnect of everyone. We had a pretty decent up front pack with Mikey, NASCAR, Gav. First, third, and sixth in the championship. Andy was following along behind them. He's currently in fifth in points right now. Canes was the first to die, but he is gracefully getting back into this race. Currently fourth in championship points. Jump was sitting near the back of the pack with Rick and Vanilla. Currently second in points, so we're going to have to see how well he fares. Skins in 7th, Rick 8th in points, followed by K-Force, Exotic Forza, or PB Actual, excuse me, Grizz, Aluminum Pancake, Shoplifting, Orion, Juggernauts, Hawk, Slow, Crooked Khan, and Blaze Reaper rounding out the top 20. Forza and I believe Orion should be up near the front when this gets fixed. And then Mikey, NASCAR, Gavin, and Andy would be right behind them, with Skins following them up as well. We're going to have to see. We are having to reset our grid. They are getting the information from Blaze now where to put everybody at the time of the Canes disconnect. Now, We are hoping that this does not happen again. But should it happen again, we are more prepared for it now. And we just got word that Rick had a engine blowout during the disconnect session. And now we are getting word that there have been some more issues regarding this disconnect. We're having to once again restart the lobby. Ah! There are my points. The points I was wanting to talk about. So, as I had stated previously, we've got Mikey, followed by Jump, NASCAR Baby, who we believe is out for the rest of this race. We're going to have to wait and see if he is going to make it or not. It is looking unlikely at this point. So that is going to be unfortunate for him. We're going to follow it up with Canes. Unfortunately, the first person of that disconnect now back in the race and now going to have what appears to be a good lead over NASCAR Baby going into this next race coming up. We're going to continue in points, excuse me. This has been a first for all of us. It has shaken us. Yeah, following it up with Andy and Gav, Skins, Rick, Hayforce, who is not here tonight, Exotic Forza, PB Actual, Grizz, Pancake, Shoplifting Orion, Juggernauts, Hawk, Slow, Khan, and Blaze round out the top 20.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and bring everybody up to speed that it has officially been called due to the disconnect that happened with Canes, subsequently followed by multiple game crashes from a number of the players. Rick had a game crash, Skins had a game crash, NASCAR had a game crash, Hawk had a game crash. In trying to bring it back to get everybody together to be able to finish the race, we were unable to do so. So with that, we unfortunately are going to be bringing Sunset to a close tonight without an official winner. We had some really great moves. This is the first caution-free race that we've had in the Mario series, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, it was, up until the mass disconnect, that was the cleanest race we've had in Mario's. Period.
I'm at a loss for words, my guy.
I really am too. In all honesty, I really am as well.
It was turning out to be such a fantastic race. There were so many people that were bringing so many great strategies, so much great driving, so many fantastic moves. There were 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different groups of people that had started teaming up and trying to find their own advantage within the race. It was shaping up to be such a good race, and we've talked about frustrations with Forza prior to this, but for lack of better words, this is game breaking.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's not even this can now happen at any time. I mean, this could be really bad. I mean, with the things that have been going on recently with, this game specifically, this could end up really bad. This could be the Mario's Hard Espresso series could be put on a hiatus until we get any kind of update whatsoever to this game. It could be a while.
So to bring anybody up to speed that might be watching, there's been a lot of friction within the VRA, specifically towards Forza, that has made it to where the continuation of putting the league events on has been very taxing on the people that run them. Skins and Rick are both owners of the VRA Discord, and they're also the leaders of a number of the events that we wind up running. And it's become such a challenge to be able to put an event on with the group of people that, again, Mario's about the family and the friends that become family. The VRA here, we've built a family of racers that we really enjoy racing with, but it's become quite challenging. And that's why Wendy's saying that we may wind up taking this onto a hiatus, just because we don't know if people are going to wind up hosting these things anymore. Yeah. So, with that bombshell, it might be time to close it out.
It might be for a while.
That said, if there's a change of heart, our next race is currently scheduled for next Sunday. You'll have to stop back by and see if we're live on August the 10th. It will be at the same time, the same place. We would love to see you if we're able to put something on for you. So sorry to leave you on this with this emotion, with, like I said, with this bombshell.
It's really heartbreaking that we've brought this this racing to all of you, and now it is it's not coming to an end. VRA and Mario's Hard Espresso series will still be here. It just might take some time, and on honesty, it might just take some time to find what needs to be done.
100%, man. Well, we want to take a quick second to shout out Mario's and let you know that you can go to drinkmarios.com and use code VRA10 to get 10% off of your next purchase. Again, Drink Mario's is all about family and the friends that become family. Here at VRA, we are all about the racers that become family. And with that, Wendy, family, I want to say goodnight.
Family. Yeah, we'll say goodnight. We appreciate y'all for coming out to what was the cleanest race in VRA history up to this point. And it just had to get ruined. But, it was clean. We had no problems whatsoever until Kane's died. He fell off the face of the earth. But with that being said, if we do see y'all at some point, we'll see you next week, August the 10th, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on the VASCAR VRA Twitch channel. And one more time, thank you, Mario's Hard Espresso, for sponsoring us and giving us a platform to promote our stuff on. And with that, we'll see y'all the 10th. VASCAR VRA Twitch channel, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If we are live, we'll see you then.
Good night.